Hi there, it's Kevin with Roguedeckbuilder.com with today's daily brew. This is going to be what I like to call taking a good deck and making it worse. But I just wanted to mess around with this. I've been messing around with this at my local game store, and I have to admit it is actually worse than if you would just go mono blue. But there's a couple of matchups that it makes mono blue a little bit better, and one of them is a control matchup. And I'll talk about why here in a minute, but basically what we're splashing red for is just for Keranos and Perforos, and then it gives us access to the Scrylands, which are kind of neat in this deck. And one little change I need to do real quick is put in the mana confluences. One thing I like about using mana confluences in this deck is it gives us a way to actually use our Nightveil Specters to actually cast whatever we get off the top with our dudes. Now I'm pulling a typical Kevin here and cutting 2 lands, but we do curve out 5 now, but the additional Scry with Temple of Epiphany makes me think that I can go down to 23 pretty safely. So basically this is the shell of mono blue, except I've taken some like rapid hybridizations, Hall of Triumphs, Cyclonic Rift, and cut the numbers of those. And running 2 Bident Thassa's main board, no side. Usually what they do is they put more Bidents like in sideboard or more rapid hybridizations in the sideboard. And I've kind of cut those, or in the main board or in the sideboard. It's really dependent on the metagame and what you want to have main board, what decks you want to have a little better main boarded against versus the sideboard plan. But one of the things that I really like about this deck is Keranos is very good against the control matchups. It feels like another Thassa. It feels like something that's going to continue to give you advantage. And then you also have the awesome splash red cards. Like Counterflux is just better than Dissolve. And Is It Staticaster just completely shuts down certain decks. And I like Is It Charm better than Negate. So these are just strict upgates. I think Is It Charm is better than Negate. Counterflux is better than Dissolve. And then you have access to like Turn and Burn. So we're kind of trying out a bunch of these different ones. I'm running a Niv Magus Elemental just because it is an elemental. And if you have 2 Niv Magus Elementals and a Frostburn Weird or 2 Frostburn Weirds, Perforos is actually active. Now, one of the things I actually like about Perforos too is creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn is very powerful in this deck as well. So we're just running a 1 of. So again, this is just basically mono blue. So it's not very rogue, but it has a nice little rogue little feel to it. And I haven't seen anyone else really try this out. I know that when Born of the Gods was released, people tried splashing white just for the detention spheres and the Epheras. So I thought I'd do the same and splash just for the Keranos and see how that works. And I'm thinking about another Keranos main board might be the right way to go as well, because I think if I want to try it out, I need to increase my odds of actually drawing into it. So I might just run down to 1 of Niv Magus Elemental, but for right now we're going to try this list and see how well it works. And hopefully I can get that mono black and the Esper Control matchups, and we can actually see Keranos and Perforos shine in those matchups. So anyway, I hope you enjoy this list. This has been Kevin with Roguedeckbuilder.com. Thanks for watching.